Okay, folks, you guys have massively requested. Here it is, the Pedri realistic updated stats. Let's go, man. All right, for this one, we're gonna do a special edition. We're gonna take a deep dive. I'm gonna explain to you why we did this. At first, I was against the idea of giving Pedri an update because when I applied the Hansi Flick tactics that you should check out in the video description, I got Pedri to a 90 overall, and I felt he didn't need an upgrade, especially because he performed for me in season 1 just like he performed in real life. But then again, when I played season 1, I was only playing on world class, so that does matter. So I'm gonna give you some nuance, but then ultimately the reason I gave him the upgrade, which we will see in a little bit, has to do with realism. But here's a few things I thought about when I decided to make an update for Pedri. The first thing I thought to myself was, like, there's a lot of people requesting this player. I have to contemplate the question, is it necessary? And through my ideas, I started thinking, who is Pedri most similar to from Barca's history? It is Iniesta. I know it's unfair to compare him to him, but it's just a fact. Pedri is very similar to Iniesta. So I did some research and I found out that in FIFA 12, Iniesta's overall was a 91 with a potential of 93. Now, Pedri's current overall in EA FC 25 is an 86 with a potential of 90. Now, does Pedri have the ability to be as good as Iniesta? We will find the answer to that question in the future, but yes, it is possible. What we have seen from Pedri at 22 years of age is better than Iniesta at 22 years of age, so we don't know how big his ceiling is. At 22 years of age, Iniesta's overall in FIFA was an 83 with a potential of 90, and I think that's realistic. Iniesta didn't really start becoming the elite player until he was about 24 years of age, so Pedri already has a 2-year advantage on him. Another thing I thought about, somebody in the comment section said Bellingham has a 90, and then I thought about it. Bellingham only has 21 years of age, and yes, I know Bellingham and Pedri are totally different style of players, but still, they're in the midfield. Pound for pound, when you weigh their strengths and weaknesses, Pedri should have a similar overall. Now, although I didn't go to 90, because in my opinion, and I don't mean to offend anybody, I don't think, we need to make Pedri realistic by getting him to a 90. I think Bellingham is just overrated at a 90 for a 21-year-old. So that's my argument for not making Pedri a 90, but I did give him a nice little upgrade, a realistic upgrade. I also thought about, so who's our best midfielder? And then if you look at EA FC 25, De Jong at 86 matches Pedri's overall at 86. And then I thought to myself, and again, both are very different style of players, but they do play the same position as a progressive second pivot. But I do believe Pedri is better than De Jong, even though they have different profiles. Just do the eye test. Every single time Pedri comes off, we're not the same team. Every single time Pedri's injured, we suffer greatly. You might not be able to see Pedri's brilliance on the stats sheets because although Pedri is the player who creates the most amount of big chance opportunities in La Liga, look it up, he is number 1. He only has 6 assists, but that's not his fault. The players are just not finishing his passes, so don't let that fool you. He commands the midfield. He is the heart of the team. He is the one who brings stability to Barca's midfield. So for my final stat analysis, it heavily weighs not only on the trajectory of Pedri's career, but what he has accomplished in this 24-25 current season. So with all that said, I have raised Pedri's overall from an 86 to an 88 overall. This means that his potential could get to 92, possibly even more, and match Iniesta's best season. That's going to be on you to develop him. So with that said, before we go any further, make sure you like, you subscribe, and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss out on the future La Masia players that I'm going to make, and there is a very special Barca project that is underway, so turn on those notifications. Now, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go in and we're going to update. Number 1, that's not the correct kit number, so let's give him the correct kit number. It might reflect correctly on your side, but if you've created the players that I've created, then it'll probably change it for you. So his correct number is number 8. Now, as far as the kit, yeah, you can go with that look. He does look like that, but if you want him to look exactly how we did in the Atletico Madrid versus Barca semi-final of the Copa del Rey, this is the look he used. So you want to go to sleeves, give him the undershirt. You want to go to the boots and accessories. You want to go all the way to the right, and you want to give him these. These are the ones he wore against Atletico Madrid. You want to keep those kit socks on short. No ankle tape on Pedri. But when we go to gloves and wrists, he did wear the black gloves in that game. So that is his latest look. Now, I think this is very important. I've been mentioning this. This guy is a progressive double pivot. He basically plays box to box. He's like a creative playmaker that gives you coverage in the defense. Now, I've played a complete season training him this way. So if you want to develop him and want him to play just like he does in real life, make sure you check the 3 links that are in the video description or in the comment section. One of them is going to be the Hansi Flick tactics, so you set up the team to play as they are in real life. The second one's going to show you what different positions he plays. The third link is going to show you how to train him and develop him over time to play like the style he is playing right now. All right, guys, now let's get into the stats. For the attack, the crossing is set to 70. The finishing set to 74. The heading accuracy, 50. Short passing, 90. The volleys, 56. Weak foot ability, 4. For the defending, the standing tackle is 78. The sliding tackle, 65. The skill, the dribbling is 89. The curve, 80. Free kick accuracy, 65. The long passing, 88. The ball control, 90. For the power, the shot power is 70. The jumping, 73. Stamina, 89. His strength is 75. The long shots, 70. For the movement, acceleration is 81. His sprint speed, 78. The agility, 90. His reactions, 89. And the balance, 90. For the mentality, the aggression is set to 65. His interceptions, 75. Positioning, 81. Vision, 90. And the penalties, 53. Goalkeeper, the diving is 12, handling 7, kicking 11, positioning 8, and reflexes 8. Thank you so much for the request for Pedri. You guys got it done. Special thanks to the moderators and the members. Please consider becoming a member. We're a small channel. Help keep the lights on. You can become one. It's in the video description. So shout out to Fang, Carmi the Carnal, and Saint David. And a special shout out to our president, Modernist Gaming. Thank you so much for your support. Now, on the lower left, you're going to have a playlist that has every single player that I have realistically adjusted their stats and the La Masia players. Check that out. On the lower right, you will find Season 1 of my FC Barcelona career mode on FC25. It was banger. Check it out. Now, before you guys go, please go into the comment section. Please leave a nice comment. These videos do take a lot of effort. Please show your appreciation, and I'll see you on the next one.